Hey everyone, hope you're doing well on this Tuesday afternoon, April 29th, I believe. Um, I wanted to share something with you today, something I felt like God spoke to my heart about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And I've kind of just sat on it since then because I felt like it was sort of just for me and like it was something I needed to address in my own life. But recently, I've been really feeling like I needed to share it with more people. Um, it was about a month and a half or 2 months ago. I was sitting in a local hangout, and an acquaintance of mine walked in and sat down next to me, and we were just chatting. And he started to talk to me about this stock that he had invested in. And then he started to drop these names of very famous, very wealthy people that own like tens of thousands of shares of this stock. Now, I'm not dabbling in the stock market, so really wasn't a big interest to me, but I listened to what he had to say. And he went on to tell me, I'm thinking about selling my house and putting all the money in that stock because I believe it's going to go through the roof. And I just kind of thought about that, and the conversation went on to other things, and that was that. The next morning, I get out of bed and I go out to the kitchen like I do pretty much every morning, and I sit down at the table, and I started thinking about what he said about taking all of his money from selling his home. This wasn't an extra house, this was his home that he lived in, and investing it in the stock market, in this particular stock. And immediately in my spirit, I heard the verse in 1 John chapter 2, verse 17, which says, this world is passing away and all the things that people crave, but the one who does what pleases God will live forever. And as soon as I heard the verse in my heart, I really believe I heard God's just speaking to me. And he said, you're not really living like this world is passing away. And I mean, it really cut to the quick because I've been feeling for a long time, like I was saying, downsize, let go of some of the stuff and get focused on my kingdom. And, Paul said the same thing to the Christians in Corinth. He said, I believe it was chapter 7 of 1 Corinthians, verse 31. He said, people who use the things of this world shouldn't grow too attached to them because this world is passing away. What's maybe even more important for us to remember is that Jesus pretty much told us the same thing. He said, don't store up for yourselves treasures here on earth because rust and moths are going to destroy them and thieves are going to break in and steal them. He said, instead, lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where rust and moths can't destroy them and where thieves can't steal them. And I just feel like we need to take a moment and think about this. And, what are you investing in? I realized that morning that I'm here just trying to make life work better. I'm trying to make things more comfortable for myself. I'm trying to make life easier for myself. I'm trying to grab onto more material things that I feel like would make me happy. But what I really need is to invest my time, my money, my strength, and my efforts into God's kingdom, pursuing Him, pursuing His heart for this world, pursuing His heart for the people around me, and following that and investing myself in that instead. And I hope that today this will speak to your heart and that God will speak to your heart and that you'll make the right choices about what you're going to pursue with your life here in this world that is passing away.